Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode from the Paperhats Survival Multiplayer server. My name is Glitch. Well, it is another gorgeous day here in the land of Silvindale, and I have been busy at work, both getting ready for today's project, but also working on some general maintenance here at Fort Grimstone. Now, to be honest, aside from just farming materials and doing a lot of mining, I went ahead and started setting up just some more of the farms that I need. And also, I've had to spend a lot of time. Basically, I don't know how else to say this. I hate AFK time. I really just don't like hanging out and just not enjoying the game. So, usually I try and find something to do. And one of the things, I've got my sugarcane farm and I needed to get that going for paper. I've got a small bee farm set up now, and that's giving me a honeycomb if I ever either want to do a bunch of candles or I want to go ahead and uh, wax copper down the road. But I also went ahead and I realized that with all of the airships and things that I am building in this season, the wool farm I had just wasn't cutting it. So one night over the course of an evening, I went ahead and just set up a full wool farm with 16 sheep, and right now they're pumping out multiple colors because I've got a few things up on platform 88, and we'll get there eventually. But I've worked on moving the wool shop there. But it's one of those things where my real life job has been kind of stressful lately, and I'll be honest, even as simple as a wool farm is like this, it was nice to just go ahead and take pleasure in the mundane as I just work to set it up and just add in the rest of the sheep. With that being said, today's project is going to be, well, it's going to involve a little danger, a little craziness, and probably, or at least I hope, me not dying. But I thought, to get things warmed up a little bit, I've heard that in our gaming districts, we now have a few new attractions. So I thought we'd start off today to just kind of get things going by heading over there and checking out what some of the other paper hats have come up with for some death-defying hijinks. So I'll meet you there. Okay, here we are. And welcome to the gaming district. And oh my. That thing over there took forever to load. Now this is actually the first time I've been over here, and it's actually pretty. It actually is just been a joint effort. What do we have here? How strong are you? Apparently, I'm strong. All right. What else do we have here? We have the screaming rocket. um, that okay. Here we go, and up it comes. Come on. Whee! Whoa. Okay. That was pretty cool. All right, let's. Here, we'll just put that back. All right, what else do we have here? Now, I have never done this before, but real quick, I'll fly up there. We do have, and sometime I'll have to give this a try, but we have a spleef arena here on Paper Hats. They used it during the dragon hunt, and sometime I've got to be on here. I've got to get on here when other people on. I've never tried spleef, but it sounds like a ton of fun. But I am downright curious as to what we have over here. What do we have here? The Big Dropper. Okay. What do we have here? So, step one. Okay, apparently I need to follow the instructions. So, step 1, set spawn. Okay, spawn is set. Step 2, empty your pockets. Lose my armor. Okay, pockets are empty. Spawn is set. Take the lift up. Trade for Star Trader and jump for caves and cliffs. How am I gonna? Well, what do we have? Special prize if you can read this. Read the sign on the way down. Okay. Well, here we go. So I think that this was put together by GQ. And yeah, we are going up to the absolute build limit. And the idea is that I'm going to have to survive a drop down to, well, first off. Okay. So. And. Nice. Okay, so that's a Chivo. So let's go ahead and do that. And also, let's go ahead and do that. I think I did that backwards, but that's okay. I will, I'll return later with an extra emerald. But okay, so now we've got that achievement. Now, stay in the middle. Is this the moment when I get to say, what have I gotten myself into? Okay, here we go. So let's see if I can do this without dying. So stay in the middle, okay? All right, 1, 2. Here we go. Going from build limit to bedrock. This is... Nope. Didn't do it. Ow. Okay, let's try that again. Whew. Okay. Yeah. That was a little bit crazy. Let's try it again. Okay. Okay, attempt number 2. Not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. Oh, so totally didn't. All right, 3rd time's the charm. Okay, here we go. So, aim for the middle. Aim for the middle. Here we go again. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, now you did it, and you now owe GQ 1 million diamonds. Well, I made it. 3rd time's the charm, and you know, that was a lot of fun. But apparently now, I've got a big bill to pay. But I've got the rest of the season to keep working on that. So for now, I think it's time to head back to Platform 88 and start working on today's project. I'll meet you there. Almost forgot one thing. Hello, good sir. There we go. So, please tell your boss that, yeah, I did correct my mistake. All right, have a great day, and thank you for shopping here. Or thank me for shopping here in this case. All right, now, back to Platform 88. Wound up walking this a little bit because my elytra is just about out of durability. There we go, and welcome back to Platform 88. Now, just a quick update. One of the other things that I've done in between episodes was I went ahead and moved the banner shop over here and worked on adding in some new designs. And I will be honest, most of these are not original. They are adaptations of just other patterns I found online, but it's just all part of the fun. And hello, what do we have here? Hi ho, and a bottle of rum. So it looks like someone figured out what I'm up to today. So real quick, I went ahead and also moved the wool shop over here. We now have Flying Carpet Woolens, and we have Mainsail's banner shop. But next up on the task list is to go ahead and work on getting my hands on a trident. Which means I have two choices. I can either do a lot of swimming and go looking for drowned, or I can let the drowned come to me and set up a drowned farm here in the skies. Now, I didn't realize also in the last episode I made a bit of a mistake. You see, I'm actually missing two of the banner patterns. I still also need to get the snout pattern. But for today, because it's probably going to take longer to get the drowned farm up and running, and also then it can sort of run in the background, I'm going to go ahead and start there. So I'm going to go and work on some designs, and let's see what we can come up with. So I will be right back. Okay, now I have a basic drowned farm set up, and I know it's not the biggest thing in the world, and to be perfectly honest, it's probably not going to be the most efficient thing in the world. But I've come to the decision that I want to make sure that all of my farms will be able to go inside of some kind of decorative airship. And while I could have built this up to build limit and just let the water cascade down for just crazy drop rates, I just want to use it for my purposes, and I'm not going to really worry about trying to use it to sell stuff here on the server. Because part of the adventure of this is, well, I've never tried one of these before, and secondly, I really do just need the trident for the charged creeper farm. Now, that being said, the farm itself does work on the principle that you have a chamber that is completely enclosed in tinted glass surrounding, and that's filled with water. There are fence gates all along the space here, and that basically keeps the water from flowing all the way down, because here in Java Edition, a open fence gate or even a closed fence gate will stop water from flowing. Gotta love physics. In the middle, I've got a single turtle egg sitting on some soul sand that will basically, because it's not regular sand, it's never going to hatch. And there is a small platform above it to basically drown zombies, any kind of undead mob, have this innate hatred of turtle eggs. So basically, they will try to jump up and down on them. There are trapdoors all around the perimeter there, and it looks like I may have missed one. Hopefully, they won't be able to jump over. I've already had that happen once, but they will try to jump over there to jump up and down on the turtle egg and try and smash it. I will probably have to break back into the farm again and try and fix that here in the near future. But this has been a little bit of a challenge because, well, like I said, this is my first dance on this one. Now, the mobs then fall down into a chamber that basically just has a water stream, which pushes them down into the killing chamber down here, because for a trident or any other item that the mobs carry, you do need to have it be a player kill to get that drop. And sadly, the other issue I do have is that here in Java Edition, at least, the drop rate on a trident is kind of on the low side. In fact, let's go ahead and I've had to clear this thing out several times already. And basically, I can't see if any of these guys have anything. And let's go ahead and... Okay. Now, one unintentional thing that I didn't think about, but it's going to be very useful, is the fact that I get a decent XP farm, so at least I won't have to always be running to the zombie pigman farm to get my tools repaired. Let's see if we got anything. And, well, I've gotten plenty of rotten flesh, plenty of drown heads, because we're running that data pack, a little bit of copper, and 2 nautilus shells. Still no trident, so unfortunately, this is going to be, for lack of a better term, a rinse and repeat type of situation. And I'm just going to have to keep kind of AFKing long enough for them to build up, and then going down to get them. So it looks like I've got, I'm on the waiting game, so I'm going to go ahead and see what happens in the next, say, hour or so, and we'll see how quickly we can get our hands on a trident. Okay, I saw one of them come in. Oh, yes, we do have a customer with a trident. Okay, what do you think, boys? You want to help me out? And collect up the XP, and yes! And you can tell that I've also been doing some adjustments because I forgot to collect the blocks. Oh, I had to fix a few things to make sure that things didn't drop in, but oh my goodness, yes. I am so thrilled that I actually have a trident now. And as much as I want to give this thing a test toss, I'm going to hold off for a slight bit because, well, you know, I don't want to send it somewhere and then lose it. So I think the next step is we need to get some enchantments on this thing because, well, let's be honest. This thing's in pretty rough shape. So I think the next step is to quickly clear you two out because you're making noise. And collect up this XP because I think our next stop is going to be over here at the Diamond Heist Trio. Now, part of the reason for that is because while we did have someone generously give us a Loyalty 3 book, an Impaling book, and a Channeling book, I also am going to need to grab an Unbreaking 3 and Mending book. So let's just stop in and Unbreaking 3, 1, and that's protection. Where is Mending? Mending. Mending. Okay, and Ender chest. 1, 2. Hand over my diamonds. Okay, now we've got all the books we need. And though the Drown Farm is going to give us a decent amount of XP, I think the next thing I need to do is will be a quick trip to the Ender. Because I know this particular project is going to be really expensive. And with 55 levels in my bank, it's time to head home, go to sleep, and then hopefully, let's see, we want to start with the highest one, so all right, so we'll go Unbreaking 3 and Loyalty 3. Then you want to do Channeling. Can you put that on there? You apparently can. Okay, so I've got 47 left. Oh, well, I guess it's there now. And then mending and the moment of truth. I am short on levels. Round 2. Is now a bad time to mention that I don't remember how many levels I actually needed? Also realizing I probably should have just brought the anvil with me. Okay, so here we go. Here's hoping. Book. Trident. I needed 35. I have 40, so one last thing I want to do. And we are going to name this, our first trident, as the Fork of Doom. Now, the next step in the plan is going to take some waiting. Because, unfortunately, the only other thing I really need is I am going to need a thunderstorm. Now, I think off camera, I'm going to go ahead and spend some time getting this repaired up. And then, at that point, it's just going to be a waiting game because I'm going to have to find a thunderstorm or just be online when it's here. So, for you guys, it'll be just a couple of seconds. For me, I have no idea how long this is going to take, but I'll see you then. Well, that was the plan at least. I don't know how else to say this, but I have not seen a thunderstorm in I don't know how long. In fact, I haven't seen one since I got the Fork of Doom all set up. Now, that being said, I did make extra preparations to go ahead and try to get a charged creeper head. But yeah, I have no idea where the rain went to. It's not like last season when I lived in this shattered savannah, because there it never rains. But I mean, come on, I'm next to the water here. You would think I'd get one here and there. So I think what I'm going to do, because I'll be honest, I'm just tired of waiting. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of keep working on this project as kind of an ongoing thing. I will basically have the replay mod ready and waiting for when a storm comes up, and when I am able to actually get the footage, I will be sure to share it with you guys. But for now, yeah, I'd like to do something aside from staring into the distance and hoping for a storm. Now, that being said, I've got all the stuff set up. I mean, I've got supplies right here that I can just break that chest and go. I went and spent a crazy amount of diamonds to arm myself with some beacons, because I figured, I might as well go with every advantage I can. So I figured, I've got resistance running, I've got regeneration, I've got speed 2, I've got haste 2, and then I basically fenced off everything out here so that with the carpet, so that I can jump across this, but the creeper can't, so I can kind of funnel them where I want them to go. But yeah, like I said, can I get a storm? Please! See if that works. Nope. Alright, well. Now, I will say this much. I have not been idle in the time that I've been waiting for a storm. In the meantime, I went ahead and I've worked on restocking the wolf farm quite a bit. Actually, it's been a real source of diamonds on the server. I went ahead and also set up another wart farm because, well, our gaming district is starting to take shape, and Mr. Gold made a painful paintball, which we will see sooner or later. But I also worked on setting up a kind of impromptu mass-produce potions machine. It's not fancy, but basically I can just put all the stuff in the hopper, flick the switch, brew up the potions, and they go in here. That allowed me to help out with creating the massive amounts of potions of harming we needed for the painful paintball. And then I also did a couple of other jobs around, such as moving a couple of villagers up to platform 88 so that I could basically start selling off all of the zombie flesh that both the drowned farmed and the mob robber are producing. Working on designs for an airship to go along with the drowned farm, which is turning out to be way bigger of a job than I originally thought it was going to be. Plenty of mining. Hey look, diamonds! Getting together with the other paper hats for some fun and playing some spleef. Playing around with designs for a possible change to make the mob robber compatible in both Bedrock and Java. And utterly failing at getting myself organized. And yet with all that, I still haven't gotten a storm. So, like I said, I think this is just going to have to be an ongoing project, and we will get there when we get there. For now, though, I have slightly more pressing matters. As you'll probably recall, in the last episode, we had a prank played on us where we had some new crewmates dropped off. And, well, apparently the pranking has continued because not too long ago I logged on the server and I found out that the mob robber has changed a little bit. And I don't think I have to question where this came from. I think first off, I gotta say, I love the pixel art, and he did a really great job on it. But yeah, Super did a little editing to my pixel art job, and while I really like the pixel art, I'm not quite sure it fits the theme of the ship, with a creeper, a spider, a zombie, and Super. So yeah, let me see what I can do about that. There we go. I think that keeps it on theme with the mob robber, but also leaves a little hint of Super's creativity. Now, while I was working on this, a thought did occur to me. Earlier in the episode, we spent some time in the gaming district, and I would like to add my own game to the fun that's there. But also, I've noticed that we've been pranked a few times. And well, I feel as though the honor of the 88th Flotilla is in jeopardy. So I think I've also got some planning and preparing to do to add a little fun to some other bases in return. But that's going to have to wait till next time. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. And also consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. My name is Glitch, and I do hope I'll see you next time for the next episode on the Paperhats Survival Multiplayer server. Thanks for watching.